Can you just
no.
move that? Yeah. Don't annotate. Okay. Carry on, Afin. It's fine.
Just a second. Okay. Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to day one of Indian Debating League 3.0. I'm really excited to have you all and see you all debating. I think it's wonderful because Indian Debating League is one of the biggest debating tournament in India. And the aim of Indian Debating League is to make sure that small kids like you are able to participate and learn debating, because debating is a wonderful skill to learn. A lot of you all mentioned that you have actually debated in just general daily life conversations. For example, I want to go play basketball and I don't want to go play football, for example, right? So every time when you make a choice, you're debating, and what we do is basically channelize these wonderful skills inside you and make you a competitive debater. So Indian Debating League is the most prestigious public speaking and debating tournament. By far, we have trained 68,000 plus debaters and conducted and participated in 100 plus debating tournaments. We've had multiple premium schools participate in our tournaments, and what we try to do is make sure that everybody gets to enjoy the nuance of debating and the fun of debating. So we have state rounds, interstate rounds, etc. So what you can see on the screen right now is basically from 2021, from the first edition of Indian Debating League. Can you see small kids basically debating? So they were from state Maharashtra.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So they got to represent their state, right? So you will also get to represent your state if you perform well. And I obviously want you all to work hard, put in all efforts, and then the best ones are probably going to qualify to represent their own states. I think that's a very good feeling in of itself. So what these kids did was being very creative, and they basically made their own backgrounds from Team Maharashtra. And you can see tigers playing. But like, my question to you guys is now, how many of y'all feel that computer or artificial intelligence can beat humans in debating? Put it in the chat box. Do you think computers are better, or do you think humans are better? Okay. How many of y'all have used ChatGPT? Just raise your hand. Not to do your homework though. Okay. So this person is Harish Natarajan, arguably one of the best debaters in the world. He was competing with artificial intelligence, and he is called now as the man who was able to win over artificial intelligence in debating. So he's such a wonderful debater, and he basically was also a part of IDL first edition. If you want to know about him, you can always search about him. His name is Harish Natarajan. So have you seen ChatGPT give you like 10 different points when you ask something to it? But then when it comes to human beings have so much more than that, right? You can probably make more than 10 reasons. But even if you'll give only 3 reasons, that's going to be probably the best reasons ever, right? Because your knowledge is not subjected or only restricted to what humans have fed into you. It's more than that, because it's based on your own research, your own opinions, because you can think, but AI cannot, which is why humans are always better. And which is why you should always continue to exercise your brain and cognitive skills in order to better the ability to think, the ability to express, which is why debating is a very fun activity to do. So this is just to encourage you with respect to what happened in our previous editions, and why we really enjoy the idea of debating, because kids enjoy it, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. So we have not just organized tournaments, but we've also sent a large number of
Can't listen to
students.
voice.
I think is if you're not able to hear me, can you just put in the chat box? Are you all able to hear me?
You're audible to me.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Please,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
check your internet.
Yes,
Right,
ma'am.
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. So we've also sent debaters to represent India in multiple international competitions such as London School of Economics, Yale Invitational, Harvard. So I think the aspiration is not just to do good in regional, local level, but also at national level and international level, because you want to improve every time you do or participate in an activity, which is why it's not just limited to your schools. It's basically a very global event in general. So work hard. I think we'll all be able to do well and be represent India. I think that's the biggest goal that every student should have. So Indian Debating League, and what exactly do you have? So you're gonna have your finale in IIT Delhi. So if you qualify in the 1 versus 1 rounds, you're then going to go into interstate rounds, and then if you qualify them, you're going to go to IIT Delhi, which is again very aspirational in of itself because it's one of the most prestigious institutions in India. So you have 3 chances to qualify as a part of your state team, which means that right now, I'll tell you what the format is, but you'll have 3 rounds. You'll also have pan-India recognition because you'll get certificates, you'll get wildcard entry to Harvard and Stanford, but this is what your training is going to look like. So here's what your training is going to look like. Your training basically starts today, which is 16th October, and will be for 3 days. First is today, second is 17th, and then third is 18th of October. So it's a 3-day training. Your trainings are going to be scheduled from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. every day. So lock that in your schedule and remember that always. So don't, whoever is muted. Okay. So first thing is that, so I don't want you all to come and tell me when is the training. So everybody knows now that training is going to be always 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. What exactly are we going to learn in all those 3 days is fun. One, we are going to explain to you what the theme is, and then what is the format exactly. Second, we're going to tell you how to make your speeches better. And lastly, we're going to basically make you implement that. So it's going to be a mock and practice session. I'm going to give you a couple of motions and topics, and then you're going to tell me as to what points will you run, how will you run them, etc. And I can give you feedback. So this is a 3-day training session for you. Now, after the training sessions, you're going to be given the topics and when your rounds are going to be. So your rounds are going to be scheduled from 26th to 7th of November. So 26th of October to 7th of November. You'll have 3 rounds. So 3 rounds basically means that you will get opportunity to speak thrice on 3 different topics, all of which will be shared to you prior to the tournament. So it's all prepared. So you'll get time to prepare on the topics, etc. But yeah, there are three selected dates out of which you will get to debate. So each day you'll have 1 round. So you'll know what exactly are those dates and timings. Again, end of November is going to be your final day. Based on this, then I will now take questions.
After just 1 second. Yeah, just 1 second. All of you who are asking questions ahead, don't ask questions. Ma'am will actually end up covering all your doubts today. So basis what she's telling you right now, then you ask the questions basis that, right? We will make sure that by the time you leave today, you will have majority of the questions answered. And we are anyways meeting up every day, right? So if you have a question, you can put it on the chat box, right, Afreen ma'am?
Yeah, you can.
So,
Ma'am, I have a doubt not related.
Okay, so this is what the scheduled dates.
Prisha, just 1 second. So
Related
just,
to?
yeah, Prisha, go ahead.
Ma'am, I was asking if will we get all the recordings and the PDFs of all these things that are being presented right now?
Yes, you will, but it doesn't take away from the fact that we want it to be interactive, because best learning happens when you engage with the trainer. Okay, so yes, you will get your notes. But right now, is everybody clear about this? Because the session is very important to understand.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yeah, Kashmir.
Ma'am, that I have one doubt about that. Ma'am, when we will get the date of debate competition?
We will.
Of selection?
We will answer all that. So far, I think it looks okay. I'm assuming the hands that are up are for questions. Demira, Vaish, Vihan, do you have questions right now?
Ma'am, I have.
Okay, you don't want to use the chat? Okay, go ahead. Afreen, all yours.
Okay, can you
Ma'am, the topic that was given was Ancient India's Odyssey to AI-led India, ma'am. So we can choose any side.
No. That's why I'm going to come to the theme in a bit. So hang on. So what I'll do right now is I'll just fundamentally cover the dates and everything. So if you have any doubts with respect to dates, then put it in the chat box. Otherwise, as of now, you have much more to learn in order to ask questions.
Yeah. Vivan, quickly, let's go quickly. I'll just give them 15 seconds. Vivan, quickly, go ahead with your question. Let's see.
Will we get the topic today only?
No. Kashvi, what's your
No.
question? Okay. Yashwardhan, what's your question?
Ma'am, the dates will be scheduled. You will tell the dates when. You will tell the dates between 26th October and 7th November.
Absolutely correct.
Yes.
Absolutely. We want you to debate at least 3 times with us. So we give you 3 chances, okay? Not 1, not 2, 3 chances. So we will schedule that and we will most likely share that by 22nd of October. Right now we are focusing on training. Is that okay? Vivan, go ahead. Vasvi, go ahead.
Ma'am, my name is not Vasi, my name is Vasavi.
Ma'am, when we will get the date of round 1?
One second, Kashmir, it's on the screen only. It's 26th October to 7th November. That's where
So you will know when your round is going to happen
yeah.
post 22nd.
Yeah, Vasavi. Sorry about that.
Ma'am, it's okay. Ma'am, my doubt was, ma'am, where exactly will these debates conduct?
So they are going to be conducted between 26th of October to 7th of November. But because a lot of students are joining in, you will see the WhatsApp group will be flooded by another set of students. We are still training them till 21st. Okay, so we will release the schedule to you after 22nd of October. Is that okay? So you will have
And
enough
they'll have
time
on Zoom online. Yes.
yeah. We will be debating online, so you're not traveling anywhere. You will have adequate time with your topic and preparation time. So don't worry about that. But that's the time period that I want you to keep in mind. Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, we can go ahead and then keep taking questions as we go along.
Okay, so again, in order to clarify more dates, so the training session, the first today, you're gonna get your orientation, which basically means when is my round schedule, when is your training, but you'll also get theme explanation and a discussion on that, and then you'll have a little bit, you will know a little bit about format of the first round. And then second session, I'm going to tell you what 1v1 format is, what is the speaker role and responsibility, structure of an argument, and how are you supposed to rebut and respond. And last date, obviously, I'm going to tell you, as I said, there's going to be case prep sessions with the trainer. So this is what the 3-day training session looks like. Now let's come back to the theme of the tournament. So the first thing I want to clarify before I explain to you the theme is basically that this is not the topic of your rounds. Your topics are going to be released after 22nd of October, and you will know which side you're debating beforehand itself. But the theme is basically the broader idea out of which we will be making the topics on. So your topics can be anything from ancient India to AI-led India, but this is just to give you a hint of what the topic could be. So that you can munch on it a little bit and watch some YouTube videos, read some website articles, etc., just to have more understanding about India, because I think as Indians and as general informed citizens, we should know about our history and culture, because we will only be able to embrace it better once we do so. So ancient India could literally have topics regarding Harappa, Vedic culture, Buddhism. Medieval India, we all know, think that it talks about Mughals, architecture of India, Rajputs. And then lastly is going to be modern India, which has so much to do about technology, industrialization, British colonialism, etc., freedom fighters, all of them. But the point is not to say that, hey, the motions are going to be about freedom fighters. It's just to say that this is the timeline, and in that period of timeline, we can make any motions. So for round 1, we have on our website released a sub theme,
but I'm going to release it and explain it tomorrow to you as to what the sub-theme is, which means that this is what the topics are going to be specifically based on in 1v1 format. I'll now explain to you what 1v1 format is in just like next 5 minutes. But this basically means that you will have 3 times in the 1v1 format, so 3 rounds, in which all the topics are going to be based on the sub-theme that I'll tell you tomorrow. If anyone has already been enthusiastic enough, they would already know that they would already know what is the sub-theme, but I'll keep you guys a little bit like simple and like easier today, and I won't tell you what sub-theme is today. But sub-theme will be told to you tomorrow, and you will be able to appreciate it much better tomorrow. So just know that you can have anything related to India. It could be about ancient India, it could be about artificial intelligence, but this is for the entire tournament, so for all the formats.
Afreen ma'am, is it okay if
Yeah.
you can stop sharing? I just wanted to ask something to the children.
Yes.
Yeah. Is everybody comfortable so far? Are you able to understand what is being said? Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Ma'am.
Okay, we'll do a virtual thumbs up. We'll do a virtual thumbs up. Because if you do not understand something, then you can put it on the chat. Okay?
Good evening,
Uh,
ma'am.
Yes, no talking. We can't speak in the middle. Good evening, all of you. But so you understand, all of you, that if we have to discuss something once, we have to make sure that we're discussing around something. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up. I love it. I'm going to take a picture. One. Okay, so this time when Afreen ma'am was discussing with me that what should the children debate about, I said we could do it about India. We are quite proud. We had a great match also this weekend, right? So why don't we go back and see where we come from, right? That is what a theme is. I could have also made a theme about ChatGPT, but we didn't. We made it about India. Okay, so that's what a theme is. Most of you often come back to us. Okay, most of you often come back to us and ask us that, is that my topic of debate? No. We will give you the topic of debate on 22nd, but it will be around India. Afreen ma'am, will you please tell us the good story of haldi? Do you all understand what haldi is? Give me a thumbs up. Turmeric, the yellow thing that goes into your food, the one that makes the dal yellow. Lovely. Afreen ma'am, can you please tell us why it's so important to discuss where we come from?
So
Thank you.
I think the very important idea is that India has discovered so many things in history, but what ended up happening is that Western countries basically took it away from us and patented it in our names. For example, neem, haldi, basmati rice, all of it. Because India was able to use it in such a way. For example, haldi has so many benefits. Can anyone tell me the benefits of haldi in chat box? Let's see how many of you all know it. Let's see how many of you all actually drink haldi and milk at home. So haldi has so many medicinal values. You can basically cure your cuts, etc. Skincare, that's so good. See, most of you all already know about it. So if India was able to discover it, India should have been given the credits for that, right? But no, Western countries basically like took it away from us and basically patented it, which means that they own it now and not India. So India has so many unsung history and unsung discoveries and unsung, like it basically looks like if somebody has done so much efforts and put in so much hard work, and then your friend basically takes away that from you, I think it's just bad for you, right? It's just example to that is basically, let's say I did the homework, I put in so much effort, and then let's say Anjali ma'am took it and then ma'am, I did it. So I think it's just taking away credits, which is just very unfair for India.
Yeah, but
right?
Afreen ma'am, just to add to that, so that you all know, it's so important to patent something because then somebody makes sure that we use it in a certain way. So like COVID vaccine was patented, right? We have some of the patents for it. So the idea is to say, if we've done something, then we should at least recognize it and acknowledge it. And it's important in that sense to go back to where our roots are, right? So that's the theme of the debate. And under that theme, what could come in an ancient India?
So did you see all of which we told right now? So unsung discovery of India is the theme for round 1 for IDL, which I was going to tell you tomorrow, but I think Anjali ma'am wants you to tell you today, right? So I think this is what the theme for round 1 is going to look like. I'm going to tell you what is going to be the format, and then I think you'll be able to express and understand it better as to how the rounds are going to be and how you'll have 3 rounds, etc. So you basically have 3 rounds, and all of these 3 rounds, you're going to be paired up against one person, which is going to be different people. So 1 versus 1 is the format of debating, which means that one person is going against another person. What does it look like is basically one person is going to be proposition and one person is going to be opposition. The person who is proposition is going to support the motion. The person who is in opposition is going to oppose the motion. So let's say if the motion is that this, so if the motion is this house would ban smoking, proposition will say, yes, we should ban smoking. But if and then opposition will say, no, we shouldn't ban smoking. So it's just simply this, right? Whatever sentence is given to you, the proposition supports that sentence, and opposition basically opposes that sentence. I think it's as simple as that. For example, if somebody says ice cream is better than milkshake, proposition is going to say that ice cream is better than milkshake. Opposition is going to say that milkshake is better than ice cream. I think it's as simple as that. But no, you cannot select motions. We are going to tell you what round, which motion are you debating. So we will tell you, okay, this person is going to be debating this motion in round 1, and he's going to be proposition or opposition. So we'll tell you 3 things. When is your round, exact timings of your round, what is your motion, and we'll also tell you what is your side. So these are the 3 things we will tell you prior, so that you can prepare on it based on the things that we have told to you. So I think it's as simple as that. But based on that, it looks like you'll have 3 rounds, right? So what will the 3 rounds look like? You'll basically have 3 different topics on 3 different dates, and so that you have enough time to prepare for each topic and you're doing as best as possible. So it's going to be that you'll basically be required to give 2 speeches. How will the structure of the speech look like? I'll tell you tomorrow. But the idea is that your speeches are supposed to be for 3 minutes. So the way how it works, I think I can, if it's really necessary and like just for you to know and get a touch about it, is going to be the first person from proposition. That first, whoever is proposition is going to give a 3-minute speech, after which the opposition is going to give a 3-minute speech, after which the proposition speaker again goes and replies to the opposition speaker in 3 minutes, and then the opposition speaker again goes and replies for 3 minutes. I'll basically put it in chat box so you'll
Excuse me.
know.
I think yesterday
No, you cannot choose your own topic. You cannot choose your own position. It's always going to be given to you prior.
Ma'am, I understand, ma'am, but I don't know, like the topic you told me, I didn't understand about that.
What topic do you not understand? I've not told you about the
I
topic
haven't
yet.
told you the topic, Dharya.
You
We
told,
will tell you in 22nd.
you told about it a bit, so I thought that was the topic.
No,
No,
don't.
it's
Right now,
theme. So that's what the topic is going to be based out of.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah, Vasavi.
Wait,
Excuse me, ma'am. Like for example, you will give us all of the information. What is our topic? Which is our motion? You will give it before, like how much time before you will give?
as I said, your rounds are going to start from 26th, and we'll tell you this information after 22nd. We'll try to make it as soon as possible, but don't try to expect it before 22nd.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Okay, everyone who has a doubt, I think it's just unfair for those who are keeping their hands up. So just raise your hand and then ask me the question. Yashvardhan, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, can you repeat when you will give the topics?
We will give the topics post 22nd of October.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Yeah.
Daksh?
Okay, ma'am, thank
Okay. Daksh, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, if the person in the opposition place thinks that the person in the proposition place is right, then what he will say?
So No, what are you saying again? If the person who is supposed to speak opposition is speaking for proposition. Is that what your question is?
Um,
Can you
I
repeat
think
your
what, I
question?
think, Afrin, can you just move to a visual slide where you can see all the rounds? Taksh, just try to ask the question once again, please.
Ma'am, can I add in chat?
Yeah, sure.
Add in chat. Whoever thinks that they are comfortable adding it in the chat, do that. We will keep answering you on the verbal. Ayan, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, when we will debate any topics, so the against child will do the against child will say the opposite of our word.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. You're right, Ayan. So, should zoos be banned? Or zoos should be banned? If the topic was zoos should be banned and Ayan is proposition, then Ayan is going to tell us why zoos should be banned. And Anjali ma'am is going to tell you why zoos shouldn't be banned. Okay? So yes, two children who are on opposing teams speak against each other. Right? And it's called... Yeah. Just be on mute, all of you. Advika, Afrin, I'll just take the questions. Advika, go ahead. You can watch it.
Ma'am, can we select the position?
No, you can't. So we will help you with that. We will give you the topic. We will give you the side as well. That Advika, this time you are going to go for the motion, which is proposition. Or in the next round, you will go opposition, which is opposition. Yeah, Prashika. Prashika, is that right?
I'm Prashika.
Prashika, go ahead.
Ma'am, I am having the doubt. Like on 26th of October, it will be conducted. So, ma'am, it will be conducted offline or online?
Online. Everything is online till the finale day, which is on 27th of November. But what will we do? We will do qualifiers, then we will select the state team, then we will do interstate matches. Everything is online. Okay? Only
Okay,
27th November, if we select you to go to IIT Delhi, then it's online. Okay. Go ahead, Yashwani.
Ma'am, I'm having one more doubt.
Go ahead quickly.
Ma'am, you have given the hint of the theme. So can you give some hint of the theme?
Yeah, we are trying to actually. I wanted to do that, but we'll cover that tomorrow. Yeah, we will. The idea to train you in the next 3 days is to make sure that you're well set on what to think about. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Ira, go ahead.
Thank you.
The theme is ancient India. Okay. Yeah, Akshita.
Ma'am, like we can choose anything between ancient, medieval, or modern India.
You cannot choose anything. Otherwise, what will happen is that you will choose a favorite topic and then somebody will say that you allowed her to choose which I don't like, right? Your opponent also won't like it. So we will choose it. We will tell you what to debate on and which side to debate on, opposition or proposition. Yeah? Okay.
Ma'am, you're going to tell the things about the debate in group, or we will get the information by our school teachers.
No, you will not get anything from the school teachers. You will get it in the training sessions here. So we will request you to please attend it. Is that okay? Yes, Vidisha?
Ma'am, debates are two types.
No out of turn, please. Rest me. No out of turn. Yeah, Vidisha?
Ma'am, the topics you give after 22nd of October, we have to make lines with our own.
Yes, I'll just tell you about it. I just want you, so all of you put your hands down, because your questions are jumping ahead. It's so important to understand the structure of the debate. We will tell you how to prepare for it. That's our job, right? As trainers, we want to make sure that all of you are successfully prepared. So let's understand how the debate happens. And then I will come back to your questions if they are still there. Is that all right? Yeah. So Pratiksha, Akansha, if I can ask you to please put your hands down. Afrin ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Yes, so the way how your rounds are going to function is that once you know whether you're proposition or opposition, you're going to prepare for it. I'm going to teach you how to make your speeches tomorrow. But before that, so what exactly is the structure? When is your turn to speak is based on this slide. So please pay attention here. Let's say if you're opposition, you're going to speak first. And you're going to have 3 minutes of speech, after which you're going to have, so whoever is your opposition is going to give a 3 minute speech. So you've heard as proposition, you have heard your opposition speaking against you. So we have given you another chance to reply and respond to your opposition, which is why you are going to speak again for 3 minutes, which is called a reply speech. So if you have gotten the chance to respond to your opposition, it's only fair to give the chance to your opposition to reply to you as well. So they are also going to get another 3 minutes in order to respond to you. So first, whoever is proposition speaks for 3 minutes, after which whoever is opposition speaks for 3 minutes, after which proposition replies or responds to opposition speech. Similarly, opposition replies to proposition speech. Every speech is for 3 minutes. Every person is supposed to give 3 rounds, and it's not optional. You have to attend all 3 rounds. Another thing that I want to clarify still is that the reason as to why you should do all 3 rounds is because your average score is taken. So if you have not given 1 round, it's also bad for your performance. But also you get to improve so much after each round. You will learn so much from your opponents. You will learn so much by just researching about the topic. So this is why you should not basically miss any round. Now, I will give you hints of what topics can actually come, like kind of topics can come. For example, this house believes that India should be portrayed as the center of knowledge, with reference to the Vedic age. So here we have chosen the Vedic age, and what we're saying is that, hey, India basically was the center of knowledge. We discovered so much. We basically contributed so much in literature. We contributed in, let's say, medicine. We contributed in let's not technology, but we contributed in like so many areas of life. So India should be seen as the center of knowledge in the entire world. So proposition, whoever is going to support that is going to say that can use examples of like how many things India discovered, what was the contribution that India made, why should India be called as center of knowledge. Opposition can say two things. Either you can say that no, India should not be portrayed as the knowledge of center of knowledge, because there are other countries who are basically contributing more than India. Or opposition can simply say why India should not be portrayed as center of knowledge. The second topic hint, it's only hint, it's not your topic for your rounds, don't think. It's just the hint, okay? The second kind of topic is how we were talking about haldi, right? So second kind of topic could also be about like haldi, it could be about neem. So is it okay to take away something that has been made by India and basically portray it as themselves? So for example, this one says that this house would ban products of West that are wrongly taken from India. For example, neem. Neem has been taken wrongly from India. So should India basically ban these products which are being made by, let's say, USA, because they have wrongly taken it from us? So proposition is going to say, yes, India should ban these products. Opposition is going to say, no, we shouldn't ban these products. And why we shouldn't ban these products. So I think this is in terms of okay, somebody is asking when will you tell when the positions are going to be. So I think I've already mentioned your position, what is your position, when is your turn to speak, everything is going to be told to you after 22nd of October. Please remember that. And then I think there are other questions about what is Vedic age, etc. But I'm not going to tell you what Vedic age is, because I think that's something that for you to research on your own. But I think what I want you to know is that there are 3 ways how your speech is going to be evaluated. So how can you make sure that you're qualifying to the next round is by making sure that you're working hard and focusing in these 3 areas. This is called 3M principle, and this is called 3M debating principle. Before I basically answer this and what exactly is 3M principle, I want you to answer in chat box. Have you heard about 3R principle?
Ma'am, can you repeat what you said?
What is 3R principle? Write it in the chat box.
If you know it, otherwise we're here.
Yeah, if you know about it, obviously.
Ma'am, can you repeat it again?
It is, what is 3R principle? So somebody responded, it's recycle, reuse, reduce, which is basically how to protect environment. Very good, all of those who know. So the way how there are there is 3R principle. There is, when you debate, there is 3M principle. So M stands for matter, manner, and method. So matter means, so this is the way how judges are going to be evaluating you and are going to give you scores based on that. Matter means, what are you saying? Is the content relevant to the topic? Is this content relevant to your side? For example, your proposition, but you're giving all points for opposition, then it's not relevant for you. So you're supposed to make sure that you're preparing your speech based on your. Next is, you're supposed to make sure that you have quality of arguments. How can you have quality of arguments? I'm going to teach you tomorrow. So you're supposed to follow the training session that is going to be given to you. So how can you make sure that your arguments are compelling, your arguments are convincing the judges? All of which is going to be based on, is it just sentences, or is the person actually explaining in his speech? So all of it is going to be considered. So matter is, what exactly are you speaking? Is it relevant? Is it strong quality argument, etc.? Now, manner is the way how you talk. Are you making eye contact when you're presenting? Are you just reading off the doc? So I want to clarify. You can refer to notes while speaking. So you can refer to a page or like notes in terms of your cards, but you cannot read off the entire document. So you cannot continuously read your pages. So you have to in order to make sure that you're making eye contact, you cannot continuously read like this. It's not allowed. You're supposed to make eye contact with the judges and your opponents. So you're supposed to make expressions. Expression does not mean that you're going to roll eyes on your judges or you're going to make bad faces. You're going to basically use expressions which are relevant to your speech. You're going to basically, whether you're using your hand gestures, whether you're using voice modulation, all of which is going to be seen in the manner part. The third one is method. Method is going to be based on whether or not you're engaging with your opponents, which means that, are you responding to them in your reply speech? Is your research just randomly put in like words, or is it properly structured? So you're also supposed to make sure that your research and your speech is properly structured in a way where judges are understanding you. Again, are you rebutting? Are you responding? All of that is going to be seen. But most importantly, whether you're sticking to the time limit. Your time limit is 3 minutes. Are you actually speaking for 3 minutes, or do you just finish in 1 minute? So neither are you supposed to finish much lesser than 3 minutes, nor are you supposed to extend your time. The only permissible limit of time limit is basically 3 minutes 15 seconds. So you can, so 15 seconds above and 15 seconds lower. So you can speak for 2 minutes 45 seconds, that's okay. You can speak for 3 minutes 15 seconds, but anything beyond that and anything below that is not allowed. So make sure that you're sticking to the time limit. 2 minutes 45 seconds, 3 minutes 15 seconds. This is the way how judges are going to evaluate you. So the total scores for you is 30 marks, 10 for manner, 10 for matter, 10 for manner, and 10 for method. So it is completely achievable if you have 30 out of 30, because we have seen debaters perform well enough, have given them full marks. So you can score full marks just based on how well you prepare. So this is that.
Okay, we're going to take a pause, Afreen ma'am, if you can stop sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So was it nice to know what the judges are looking for? Did you all like that? Yeah? Will you all remember the 3M? The
Yes,
matter, manner, method?
Yes,
Because we
ma'am.
are, thank you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
because, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Because we are competing for a tournament.
ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, everybody on mute again. So I'm just saying, because we are competing for a tournament, it's important to know how are they looking at us. Okay, so everything is important. Often what we see in school, we are often doing speeches. So we are focused a lot on how you speak. But I think it's very important as to what you are speaking, which is matter, how you are speaking, which is manner. Yes, and we'll talk about how to score on that. And the method. Method is how the format is, right? So Afreen ma'am, will you go into the details of that tomorrow with them, the method bit?
Yes.
Lovely. So if everybody is comfortable, I'll just take 2-3 questions. I do see some hands. Otherwise, please use the chat. I'll keep answering. Minal, go ahead. Minal.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I want to ask that when you tell us about that, we are first or second speaker.
Oh,
Meela, I
Do
didn't
you-
understand the question.
Do you actually need to know that? Because so it's only
Once
one
again,
section.
Afin, I just didn't get the question. I didn't understand the question. Meela, what is the question that you were asking?
Ma'am, my question was that when you tell us about that we are first or second or third speaker.
So, Meenal, we are playing 1-versus-1 matches. So it's only you and me competing with each other. So it's only you who's representing yourself, right? You're not yet a team. You're playing qualifiers as singles, individuals.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it? Okay, yes, Arthur.
Yes, ma'am. I was asking like if we were selected for the finals, and like you said, the finals would happen at the end of November. So like if a school is taking on us on a trip, so ma'am, and we have given them the fees, then what will happen, ma'am?
Karthik, should we worry about it a little later? Right now, we are still in the technique of it. Is that all right?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Avni, go ahead.
What is the meaning of hand judges?
What is the meaning of
Hand judges.
hand judges?
I think you're asking what's the meaning of hand gestures. So you're like you moving your hands.
Gesture.
while speaking.
Avni, this is gesture. Can you see? I'm hand gesturing. But thank you so much for that question. That was a good question. Yeah, Ravi. Ravi Bansal, is that your name?
Ma'am, Shravi.
Shravi. Shravi, so do rename yourself. Okay, go ahead with your question.
So, ma'am, like after we get, I have two questions. First of all, do we get the topic like on the spot, or we are informed for some time?
20 second onwards. Okay, on the group. You have to be on the WhatsApp group, which is where you got the Zoom link. Everything will come in over there. Okay. Yeah, I can't.
And ma'am, I have one more question. That after both of the constructive speech, do we get the time to write like the reply speech or not?
No, we're just doing two speeches in a debate. Like you will go, then your opposition will go, then you will do the second speech and you're done. So no, you don't get
So
time.
you only get 30 seconds of grace period before the second speech, but not more than that.
Okay,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So Shravi, if I was you, actually I would write down my speeches when I prepare, but we'll talk about it tomorrow, right? How to prepare, what's a good way to prepare. But it's a very good question. You're thinking very deeply. Kanishka, be on mute. Yeah, Kansha.
Excuse me, ma'am, when the first round will be held and we will be practicing in school?
Yes, Akansha, but I've answered this question 5 times. So debates will happen from 26th onwards, and we will be practicing day after. So you will watch some practice matches. Ma'am will get you to do some practice. I'm just wondering, Anushi, I'll just take this last question. Can we then put our questions in the chat? Otherwise, we will not be able to finish what we want to cover today. Is that okay?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, Akansha, but once again, I want to give Anushi a chance, right? We haven't heard her at all. Yeah, Anushi, go ahead.
Ma'am, I have two questions. That are we going to?
Ikansh, you have to wait your turn, okay? That's why I muted you. Wait. Anushri, can you hear me? Go ahead, ask your question. Okay, Ikansh, I think go ahead. Anushri, आप chat पे डाल दो. Go ahead, Ikansh.
Ma'am, are we going to work in groups?
No, you are doing individual speeches for the qualifiers, okay? Once you come on top of the qualifiers, we create the team. Yeah? So right now it's individual speeches. Yeah, Sophia?
Ma'am, I want to ask that will our opponent team will ask us questions in any of the round?
No, that's called point of information. There's nobody is going to ask you any question in the middle, and you're not doing in teams, Sophia. For the first round, a 1-versus-1 karoge. Okay? So you will compete most probably with Rian, for example. So you will say a speech, then Rian will say a speech, then you will again say a reply speech to him, and Rian will finish the reply speech. Right? Okay, yeah, Rian, go ahead.
Ma'am, if our opposite is saying something that we also want to say, then we have to say the opposite of that, or we can say same thing.
Normally what happens is in a debate, like I said, zoos should be banned. If you and Sophia were doing a debate on zoos should be banned, somebody has to be on mute. I can hear this little background noise. Can you please be on mute? Okay, yeah. So for example, if the topic is debates should be banned, and Rian is proposition, which is for the motion, and Sophia is against the motion, which means that she thinks that zoos should not be banned, then Rian will say his speech first because he's for the motion proposition. Then Sophia will say her speech. Then again, Rian will reply to her, and then Sophia will reply to him. Right? But when you are doing your speech of 3 minutes, Sophia is not going to speak in the middle. And when Sophia is saying her speech, you cannot speak in the middle. We will give you both 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. If you can just put up the slide, Afrin, that will be helpful also visually. So is that clear now to every one of you? And you know, I love the fact that you're asking doubts because it's so important to clarify your mind, right? But this is what I was saying as a flow. Proposition, which is for the motion, 3 minutes, followed by opposition, which is for opposing side of the motion, 3 minutes, followed by proposition and then opposition, right? It goes crisscross, crisscross. That's why it's a debate and not a speech. Is everybody clear about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Should we move next?
Yes, ma'am.
Afrin, ma'am, what is the next thing? I'll come to the doubts. Keep putting it on the chat as well if you need.
I think, ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Rian.
Ma'am, I want to ask, like, for example, if we don't qualify in the first round, then will we be taken to a second round or not?
We come to that one because qualification itself is a function of how you score, how your opposing team was, aapke score kitne aaye, marks kitne aaye, and that marks is coming out on the 3M, matter, manner, method, right? So we have some time. Abhi, let's focus on the input on what we can control, right? We cannot control the result, but we can control the effort always. So focus always on the input and the effort.
Excuse me, ma'am, can I have a question?
Also, just to clarify, you all get to debate 3 rounds of 1 versus 1, okay? So that is for sure, irrespective of whether you win, you lose the first round, second round. You will get to debate from 26th to 7th of November. But after that, if you whether you're qualifying or not, we'll tell you. And again, based on what Anjali ma'am said. But yeah, all of those questions about saying that constructive speech, what comes under constructive speech, that's a very good question, all of which is going to be answered tomorrow, because tomorrow's session is going to be about what is constructive speech, what is reply speech, how are you supposed to make those speeches, all of that. But all of these questions in the chat box about when are you going to get your topics, sites, etc., I think I have mentioned it 20 times now. It's going to be after 22nd of
Kanishka, can you stop unmuting yourself, please? We can hear a little background noise. Keep it on mute. Keep yourself on mute. Okay, don't unmute that button. Yeah.
Ma'am, will all the 3 speeches be done on 3 different days?
Yes.
And like if we have one speech, will one speech be against one person?
Yes.
And do we have to rebut and rebuild on our points also?
So in terms of rebuilding, I'll teach you exactly whether you can rebuild in like tomorrow's session. So you'll know whether you can rebuild. Kanishka, can you... Okay.
Kanishka, don't unmute dear. You are unmuting yourself again and again. Don't unmute yourself.
So if you get best of 3, will you qualify?
So it's not best of 3, it's average of 3. So all of your rounds scores are considered. But Avyakt, yes, you're right. You will get 3 chances and 3 topics. Kanishka, do you have a doubt?
No, Kanishka, do you have a doubt, dear? She keeps unmuting. Don't unmute, okay? You stay on mute. You should see the red mic. Thank you so much for understanding. Okay?
On the questions about how do we prepare for debates is also going to be clarified tomorrow. So all of these are for tomorrow. So you have to necessarily join tomorrow. But yeah, Sarthak, what's your question?
Don't touch the mic, Kanishka. Don't touch the mic, dear. Can you hear me? I'm talking to you. Kanishka, grade 3. Don't unmute. Okay, there's a lot of disturbance. Afrin, let's go further and we'll come back to the doubts. I'm watching the chat.
Okay, yeah. Sarthak?
I was asking that, ma'am, you said we will be given the scores of the three M's. So, ma'am, will you give us the you will give us the score after one round or combine of the three rounds, how we did in all of them?
We will only be releasing all the scores after the finale date, but it's going to be a combined score. And you'll also know round-wise score as well. So, yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
That's a good
Avyuk?
question. Okay, let's go next, Afi.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Avyuk, what's your doubt?
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
after the opposition and proposition, do we have to speak again in the opposition compulsorily, even if we
Yeah,
don't
you
have
have to. You have to compulsory speak. Because
Okay.
you're judged based on both the speeches.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, Pratham?
Has it already started?
Ma'am, my question is that will the entire competition alongside with the finals and semi-finals will also be in the 1v1 format?
No. So that's a very good question again. I think the first round of it is going to be only in 1v1 format. In first phase, you have 3 rounds. So in 1v1 format, you will have 3 rounds. After that, there is interstate rounds where you will have 3 persons in a team, etc. We will give you another training for that. So we don't want to confuse you right now, which is why we're not mentioning about it. But yeah, this is the only phase where you're going to debate in 1v1.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, what about the finals?
Finals is going to be in 3 versus 3.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Satvik?
Ma'am, if we don't have anything to speak, like when we say about proposition, then a person says about opposition, then if I have nothing to speak, so what be like? If
So
I
I'll
don't
take so that question only should come once you know what exactly you're supposed to speak in reply speech. I'm sure you will have something because okay, nobody speaks and interrupts. So I'm going to teach you tomorrow what you're supposed to speak in the second speech so that you'll have ample of knowledge of what you're supposed to speak, and there's not going to be a chance when you don't have anything to speak. Okay, so don't worry. Shivika?
Excuse me, ma'am. When we get told up theme for 1v1, will we also get our position told as well?
Yeah, you will.
Thank you, ma'am.
Umar?
Ma'am, when will the after how many lines will the competition end?
How many lines?
Rounds.
Yes,
3 rounds, Umar. 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds. Karthik, what's your question?
You put a apostrophe in front of it. Yeah.
Okay, Amneet?
That is compulsory to reply the other.
It is compulsory, yes.
Yeah, it's an opportunity, Avneet. I'll tell you how to prepare for it because most of you are asking about that, right? I mean, I'm also wondering about that. Now, when Afreen ma'am gives a topic, so let's make the same topic as going
Okay,
down
I'll
to
tell you.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick a topic and
Yeah. So let's say it's a topic about milkshake versus ice cream, and proposition says that ice cream is good because you can have so many flavors in ice cream. I can reply to that in my speech and say that listen, it's not just always the case with ice cream that you have so many flavors. You can also use the same ice cream in milkshake and make different flavors of milkshake. So that's not an exclusive point, which is why milkshake can also have the same benefits. So that could be my response. On the top of that, I can also say that, hey, milkshake is like probably more healthier because you get to drink milk, etc. So I think this is how you can reply. So you're basically proving your opponents wrong, which is just a hint of what we're going to learn tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know what I was going to say that you all, so for example, with the same example that ma'am was saying that milkshake is better than ice cream for health. Okay. Now, if I'm proposition, then I have an opportunity to prepare for 3 minutes. And the opposing side is going to give their speech, but I can prepare a little extra so that I'm able to reply to them as well. So don't worry about it. We know exactly how to tell you to prepare. We will do that tomorrow only in detail. Okay, so don't worry about the format so much. But the point is that often you can prepare and plan for what you're going to reply earlier. You don't have to do it on the spot, right? Because I know that, you know, if somebody is going to defend an ice cream, he's going to likely say flavors are many, right? And you can have it anytime. You can take it from many places, but milkshake, you have to choose the places. So you can anticipate. And we do this all the time. When you want to go down to play before finishing your homework, you know what your mama is going to say. She's going to say, did you finish your homework? You will say, yes, I finished half of it. I will come back and do the other half. She'll say, no, but you will get tired after playing. So you will say, no, mama, see, yesterday also I finished my homework after coming back. You're already naturally doing it. Aren't we all doing that with our parents? Aren't we asking them for a chocolate or going down to play? Are you doing that? Can you give me a virtual thumbs up? You have discussions with your parents. So intuitively, you sort of know, oh, mama is going to say yesterday you didn't finish, so you won't finish. So let me think of a reply. What will I say differently? No, mama, tomorrow is school is off, so I have more time to finish homework. So can I please go and play down longer? So you all are already doing it, okay? We are just creating structures for it. Okay, children are the best debaters. So today I want you to have that conversation with your parents on the dining table or whenever you're having a meeting. Tell me, what do you know about ancient India, right? Hear some stories from them. Hear some stories from your grandparents. Yes, Dharya, thank you for loving to argue. After all, we are argumentative Indians. We are really good at it, okay? So let's just put some structure written. Now, Afreen ma'am, thank you so much because you have now told us what the judges are for. Once again, no speaking out of turn. I must make sure that some of the training content gets done today. So, Afreen ma'am, you taken the 3M method. Can you, Afreen ma'am, tell us what else are you going to cover today?
So I think in terms of basic structure of the format, theme, and the orientation, I think that's pretty much it. But do not speak, please. But I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and we're going to have like a small fastest fingers first in order for me to know how much do you know. And the way how we play fastest fingers first is in the chat box. And I'm going to ask you questions and then you're supposed to answer those questions in the chat box and we'll see how many of you all get like correct answers. Do you all see KBC at home? Kaun Banega Crorepati? So the same way how in KBC you have all of these questions, I'm going to ask you questions. But yeah, before that, I'll take those all of those people who still have doubts. Keep your hands up. Okay, Hitat, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, I have multiple doubts. First of all, ma'am, in the 1v1 format for
you
the
are in
first...
grade 7. This is a session going on for grades 3 to 5. Can you just hold on to your doubt?
Okay, ma'am.
You are 30 minutes early. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, but by the way, I have somebody in the text chat box also asking the same thing. Your trainings don't start right now. Your training starts at 6:30, which is for
middle school.
Yeah, middle
please
school.
wait. You are unmuting. Don't unmute.
6th, 7th, and 8th. Please leave. I mean, right now, if you want, please leave this meeting because you're going to get confused.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, Disha, just a second.
Excuse me.
Krishkesh, go ahead.
Ma'am, in 3M.
Yeah, I'm not able to mute him. Krishkesh, we can't hear you. Just put your doubts on chat. All of you, please put your doubts on chat. Yeah. Just one second, Afi. Just put your doubts on chat. Okay, let me just quickly look at the chat. Ayan is asking, is there any class or age category? You are all in the category of grade 3 to grade 5. Okay. Because internationally, as you go forward, Stanford, Howard says grade 6 to grade 12 is one category. So let's get ready for it. You're all going to compete with each other. Can you be paired with a 5th grader if you're a 4th grader, 3rd grader? Yes, you can. But don't worry, that's where the method helps. So we know how to objectively measure you on the method that you're following. Often the younger children win because they're so focused on following what is being taught. Okay, can I see some more doubts coming in? Where I have answered this topic so many times. The topics will come after 22nd. If there is a tie between two partners, we know how to calculate the cumulative scores and the wins. So allow us to do that. We've been doing this now for 3 years, right? This is the third edition of IDL. Okay, so when we started, you were in upper KG, some of you. Okay, so trust us, we will know how to do it. And when we declare results very objectively. You will have the score, you will have everything with you. How does the debate end is something that we will cover tomorrow. Arohi, do we have topics in different classes are different? Afrin ma'am, topics are different for different students for sure.
So for 3rd to 5th category, if your rounds are happening in the same day, your topic is going to be the same.
Yes. Is that
Ma'am,
okay?
Ma'am, how many people go in the qualifiers?
We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Put it on the chat. I think I'm enjoying reading on the chat. You all are practicing how to write well as well. Ma'am, I'm not sure if you have to learn our script. That's a very good question. You know what happens is often we say, don't please read your script. Otherwise, what will happen is on the Zoom window, you will look like this. Can you see my face? You will go from here to here because you are reading a script. Don't do that. Write your script down. Understand your, debate. What are you writing? Practice it in front of a mirror so that it is not completely something you are reading off, but you have gone through it, you are comfortable. To all the parents who are also going to help you, because parents are the best support you have when you start debating, please do not give them words that they don't understand. Please be on mute, whoever that is. Pranjal. So I'm just saying that, do not use words. So if you're writing a speech with your parents, don't use big words that you don't understand. The idea is that we know how a 8-year-old or a 10-year-old will sound. You don't have to sound 14 or 12. You must understand your point, right? That because when you understand what you're speaking, you are naturally confident. Okay, so do that. Timing of the debate typically always are after school. So we will start after 3:30 onwards, play up to 8:30. But your debate at a point of time is going to be a 12-minute round because 2 children are speaking for 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, adds up to a 12-minute round. Take a break. Can we take notes on the content? All of this recording and PDF will be sent to you. So do not worry about it. We will, when we reach the national category, we'll be there to train you again. What else? Can we read small points of it? Yes, I can't. You can. For all the 6th graders and above who are joining the call now, please be patient. This is running for grades 3 to 5. And they need the maximum attention because they are my most favorite group, considering they're the youngest. Okay, yeah, Zoya, go ahead. I don't see your question on the chat, so go ahead and ask. Zoya, Athar.
Zoya, the answer to your question is no. The judges are not going to ask you questions. Nobody's going to ask you any questions.
Nobody's going to ask you questions.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, like when we are when we go to the national levels, will we be merged with other bigger classes like 7, 6,
No.
6?
You are a grade category. You will never be merged with another grade category, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, Sophia.
Ma'am, I'm from class 6 and the time for class 6 is started. So, ma'am.
No, it's from 6:30, Sophia. Hold on. Your trainer is just going to come in. Ashiki ma'am. Okay. Shaila, you have your hand up.
So I just wanted to ask, first the reply speech we'll have to make on the spot because it's a reply. But the first speech, will we get more time to make that when we get the topic?
Correct. You will get time to make your constructive speech, and you can also make a reply speech in anticipation. The opposition kya bolne wala hai karke you can already make your speech so that when you are in the middle of the debate, you have some ready material. But ma'am is going to train about that tomorrow. Right? So you can anticipate and make your speeches. Advika?
Ma'am?
Once again, Vidisha. Advika, you have your hand up.
Ma'am, if 2% get tied together, then what
we are there to handle it. We know how to handle the ties. So we'll handle it, right? Yeah, Vidisha?
Ma'am?
Ma'am,
when we are doing one topic, then if of one topic, how many times we can speak?
You get 3 chances, okay, across 3 days. Got it, Vidisha? Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just one second. Group, go ahead.
Ma'am, which topic will come in?
worry. अभी आप पहले technique सीख लो. I will come to the topics. Vivan, go ahead. Riyanshi, okay, Vivan, go ahead. Yeah.
Ma'am, will we get the topic the same day the debate will be conducted?
No. You should get it a few days before. So we will make sure that you get it adequately in time so that you can do some research on it. You are well prepared and confident about it. Okay? Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
when we will do like 3 versus 3, so everyone would get a chance to speak, or only one person will speak in the team.
There is no team. These are individual matches. So it is
No,
Riyanshi.
ma'am, in the finale or when we do 3 versus
We'll just so this training is happening for qualifiers. We'll do a similar training before semi-finals also. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Raisa.
Thank you.
Ma'am, will there be 1 versus 1 in all 3 rounds?
For the qualifier, all 3 rounds will be 1 versus 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Kalpana, try phone. Please go ahead. Kalpana, ma'am. Okay, let her come.
Ma'am, will there be a same partner or a different partner?
You don't have partners. You have opposition person, right? So
Yeah,
it will change. It will change. We'll randomly generate it. Yeah, recipe.
Ma'am, we have to go to another venue for the debate.
Abhi nahi, everything is online. Okay, Kalpana, then you can please put it on the chat. Just type that.
Ma'am, there will be marks for face expressions, eye contact, and face and voice modulation also.
Yeah, I mean, voice modulation comes in manner. So that 3M that ma'am was talking about is manner, how you speak, right? And that's why we were saying that don't get into this too much of excessive reading, that you're not maintaining eye contact with the judge. So manner, matter, what you're speaking, and what is the method? Have you followed all the rules we told you? Right?
Okay.
Advika, go ahead. Advika, can you hear me? Okay, she's put her hand down. I think you all are looking comfortable. And the idea is that we will meet up for 3 days. After that, if you want to cover something more, then we can go over that.
All right. Okay, before I go to the question that I'm going to ask you so that I know that you all are aware of all of the things that I taught you today. Avneet, what's your question? This is going to be the last question. Avneet, do you have a question?
Yeah. Ma'am, can you explain in Hindi also?
As in, can you speak in Hindi in your speeches? No.
No.
But
Something that you can explain. Avneet, आप 3 minutes की speeches करोगे, ठीक है? So हम आपको topic और details की कब होगा match आपको हम 22nd को देंगे. अभी क्या है? 16th है ना? तो 21st के बाद आप WhatsApp group पे हो, correct? So you can check the information there, the schedule as well as कि अवनीत को किस पे debate करना है और वो किस side से बोलेंगे. Will come on 24th. Okay? But Avneet, we are doing these debates in English, huh? So that you can go with the recording at your own pace. If you still have doubts, you can just text us. Okay. All right. So you all are looking good.
Okay.
Kalpana ma'am, you are going to have at least 2 or 3 days to prepare for your speeches. So you don't have to do it a day before. Yes, ideally you should prepare for it. Also allow them to anticipate to speak.
Amit sir.
Okay. Yes, Afreen ma'am, last few questions, last few things. Urvesh, go ahead. Ask doubts, guys. All of you are starting so young. Most of our debaters start in 8th grade. You are way ahead anyways. You are 8-year-olds sometimes instead of 8th graders. So go ahead and ask questions, okay? Please clear up your heads. Yes, Urvesh. Go ahead. I love the names actually. Correct.
Okay, I think it's by mistake. Okay, now all of y'all in the chat box answer my questions since you've asked
I'm not
a lot
in
of
the
questions.
group.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm not in the group.
Then put your okay. So just can I just leave you a message on what my email ID is? Just drop me a line over here. Can you all see what I have put on the group? Do you know how to email? Here. Can you please write me an email if you have anything else to say in terms of not being on the group? You have to be on the WhatsApp group, all of you, please. Yeah, Omar.
Ma'am, how can I join the WhatsApp group?
Just put a message over there. Let me just double check your registration and then have you added on the group, right? Shaila, you I will add on the group. You're the only one I added, invited. Okay. So all of
Ma'am,
you
can we do expressions?
Hey, sure.
Yes.
Why not? Go ahead, do expressions. It's always fun. But all of you, it's very important that you are on the WhatsApp group because that's where we are going to release the schedule. That's where we release the instruction. That's where I will post the recording of the session. That's where I will put the PDF of the session. Please drop us an email at hello@ogly.ai in case you're not on the WhatsApp. Okay? All right, Shivika, go ahead. Afrin, do you want to cover anything? Otherwise, I'll just keep taking the questions for the next 9 minutes. You're good?
Excuse me, ma'am, can you type your email ID on the chat box?
She already did.
It's already there, yeah.
I just repasted it for your easy reference. There it is. Hello, @ogly.ai. Okay. All right.
Should we message you on the email or contact to our English teacher?
No, please message me directly, right? Because you're competing with IDL. It's all on the WhatsApp group over here. Just drop me an email. I will definitely check. Just put me that I'm Shravi Bansal. I'm in this school and I'm this grade and this is my contact.
Ma'am, are you done?
Nearly, Atharv. Just give me 2-3 minutes, please. But whoever is done, we are done with the training today. I can see that the 6th graders are joining in. So all the students from grade 3 to 5, if you are done, you can start exiting, right? Yeah, Ritisha?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you also add me in the WhatsApp group?
Ritisha, will you please drop us an email?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. All the youngsters, it was a pleasure meeting up with you. Afrin, we'll stop the recording and you can please exit the group so that you come fresh tomorrow at the same time at 5. That's when we do the juniors, right? So we will see all the juniors, but I want you to go over the training material. We are just 1 second. We are just going to, yes, grade 3 and 5 to 5 can leave the meeting. Thank you so much.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.